I'm here with Urtema Dolphin, spiritual healer, teacher, the founder of the Conscious Living Foundation. You specialize in ceremonies, rituals, healing practices. Please welcome to the Healing Festival.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you. We are very happy to have you here and with your lovely presence. Was there something I did not mention when introducing you?
Well, you mentioned something that shocked me.
Really?
The Conscious Living Foundation. That was something I founded about 20 years ago. So it's not, I don't know where they found that information. So just forget about that.
Okay, let's cross that out.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Okay.
So
what else would you add instead of that foundation then?
Okay.
What is more contemporary?
Okay. I'm a ceremonialist. I work with Cacao, Blue Lotus, and other medicines, including mushrooms, and work on medicine retreats. I hold retreats in the Bosnian Pyramids. I have one coming up at the end of September. And I am a member of the International Advisory Board of the Bosnian Pyramids. So it's a place that really speaks to me. I love it there.
How did you find that place, or how did you connect it to the Bosnian Pyramids?
I don't remember exactly how, but I remember hearing about it. Oh yes, there was a talk in London, and I thought, Bosnian Pyramids, I didn't know they had pyramids in Bosnia, so I was intrigued and went to find out, and I heard that you could go there and volunteer and excavate, so I went as a volunteer, and I loved it there, and ever since then I've been taking groups out to Bosnia. But
you are not based there, right? You are based in UK?
I'm based in UK, yeah.
But somehow the place speaks to your heart.
For sure,
You mentioned certain medicines like Cacao and Blue Lotus, which you work with.
Yes.
Do you have some favorite substance which is really connected also to your approach to healing?
Yes, cacao really is my main medicine. And I've been working with Mama Cacao for many years now. She's just a beautiful teacher. She's gentle, just works on opening the heart. And for me, she's the medicine, one of the main medicines for the times that we're in, because what we need to do is to shift the vibration of humanity and the planet from fear into love. And I know that Mama Cacao has come to assist us with that shift. So she's super important.
What can Mama Cacao teach us? What we can learn from her?
How to... Well, she helps to release blockages from around the heart. And so really she teaches us to love ourselves unconditionally, so that we can then evolve into the unity consciousness. That is the vibration of the new earth, the golden age.
What kind of problems people bring to you they want to work with through, for example, cacao ceremony?
Oh, okay. Well, lots of different things. I think people have so many different reasons for blocking their heart, or sometimes they might just want to come because they want to experience their heart opening further without having a specific thing that they know that they're working on. But there's like relationship breakups or difficulties, trauma. It helps to release trauma, bereavement, anything that's really stops the love from flowing, or just trusting life. Yeah.
Do you use these substances also to heal yourself?
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
That was actually my question, how the healer heals herself. Do you have other people to help you, or are you working mainly with your sources?
I work a lot with myself, because I have very clear guidance, but I do work with other people at that whole different medicine ceremonies that are,
And when you mentioned this very strong guidance, I know it might be personal, but when did you, so of course we can skip this question if you feel like, but when did you first feel this guidance? Can you remember, or how did it emanate somehow?
I think it was like my whole awakening happened about 18 years ago, something like that. I'm not very good with linear time. Everybody who knows me knows that. I'm clueless.
Something specific.
Yes. So it was about then, and I just started to receive clear advice. Just having amazing conversations with my guides, who actually were the ones that called me Urtema. They always called me Urtema, and that wasn't my birth name, but they said that one day I might like to take on that name, and they were right.
Were these advices always kind and gentle?
Always. Always with so much love that you couldn't doubt. You couldn't doubt it. Yeah.
So you never felt like, or maybe you did, like felt shattered somehow with the information you received?
No.
It was all very natural.
Yes.
Did you have also these feelings, or did you receive these messages also as a kid, for example?
I think as a child I had a connection to other realms, but like so many of us, being brought up in a kind of religious family, Christian family, Christian school, and just in that 3D reality, which it was very much my world, it kind of gets crushed out of you, and you get told not to be silly, you know. That's not true. You're just being stupid.
And sometimes it's also hard to have a language to describe what you are experiencing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So how did you find your way actually through all of this?
I found my way on the kind of strange kind of path that so many people seem to take, where you just go through the whole sex and drugs and rock and roll, and so I was a singer in my previous life, and that was like my world. It really was the sort of, as I say, sex and drugs and rock and roll, and that kind of blocks out all of the intuition, all of the guidance, and that was just, for me, that was just normal. It was just how everybody I knew lived, so it wasn't like I was doing something strange. And then I became pregnant with my son, and overnight I just stopped everything, and so that was a big kind of clearing. Everything cleared, and I became more and more connected, and never went back to that old life. And then all of the messages started to come through.
So it sounds that this maternal transition can be really powerful for an individual, right?
Yeah, completely. I was in a phase of my life where I actually didn't really care if I was alive or dead.
That's very heavy.
Yeah, it was really heavy. And then when I found out I was pregnant, everything changed.
Yeah. You saw the light somehow, or you felt that you have a responsibility?
I had a responsibility for someone other than myself. Yeah.
And that was powerful.
Yes.
As a person who helps others, do you feel responsibility for others in this sense?
I don't feel responsible for them in the way that word could imply. I feel that everybody has to take personal responsibility, but I take a responsibility in doing whatever I can to assist them to find their way. Yeah.
What are the main blockages people have to be able to find themselves? Like maybe they can have a willingness, but you can feel from the outsider's point of view that they have this strong inner resistance maybe.
Yeah, well, most people, in my experience, have the same blocks, which are false beliefs that they have about themselves. And the false beliefs are that they're not good enough, they're not worthy, they don't deserve love. Yeah, I'm trying to think what the others are. Those are the main. Those are the main ones. Yeah, and everybody has that. Even in some area of their life, they will have that. And you might look at someone, and on the exterior, they look as though they've got everything. But then, when you dig down into their childhood, really, it comes from there. They've embedded this false belief in their psyche about. Yeah, not being enough.
Do you remember any case, for example, during which you, for example, met a person who was in a really dark place and also believing these self-lies about not worthiness and so on, and who went through some substantial transition and now it's completely different
yes,
person?
All the time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And how these people look back to their pre-life or life before.
Yes.
Like what is happening there actually? What do you think is happening there, the change?
In what way do you mean?
Like how come, because even if we hear, for example, you are enough, what prevents us to make it a truth for ourselves?
Okay, so when you have a belief, a belief is only a thought that you have thought so many times that it becomes true. So if you've grown up with someone telling you you're stupid, and you think, okay, you're at school and your teachers tell you you're stupid and you're okay, so then you take on that belief that I'm stupid, I'm not clever enough. And what you have to do is to reprogram your psyche. So I work with affirmations, I work with sound, I use different tools to assist people so that they can replace that neural pathway that they have in their brain that is like a deep trench, and you have to kind of slowly fill it in and then replace it with a new belief that actually it's actually a belief that they want to embody to progress with their life. It's not like an overnight.
Yeah, of course, it's a process.
Thing. Yes,
it's a process.
Yeah.
Do you think we need a courage to face this? That we have this lie which became our reality, and to take the courage to do something with it, or are we more prone to sit in the discomfort of living the life without the consciousness?
I think that for so many people, they live the uncomfortable life until it becomes so uncomfortable that they can't bear it anymore, or something will happen. They'll become really ill, or they'll lose their job. That something will happen to make them wake up, and then there isn't really a choice.
Yeah,
but it is the short, sharp shock of the universe that usually gives you many signs first, and if you keep on ignoring them, then they get stronger and stronger.
It's happening. Is there a difference between Urtema the healer or you as a normal, so-called normal person? Or is there a unity?
I'm not normal.
That's the baseline.
I'm not normal, and this is my life. There's no other me. Yeah. It's not like my job, I put on some feathers and then become this is just me and who I am. So it's not a career, it's not a lifestyle choice, it's just
you,
me.
What would be some maybe surprising fact about you if people are not very close with you?
Well, I think I've shared the sex, drugs, rock and roll. Oh, I don't know. Surprising.
Maybe everything feels normal, even the unusual things, right?
Yes.
Maybe some other people would call it unusual,
Yes,
but it's
for sure.
just the
Yes.
part of the normal days.
Yeah.
Do you have some daily practice for yourself?
I like to meditate every day. It doesn't have to be a long meditation, and it could just be, if I'm really busy, just to really breathe. But that breath is a really powerful tool, so I really like to remind myself during the day, how are you breathing, and just slow my breath down and breathe. But yes, meditation, exercise, and this may be surprising, but it won't be to anyone that knows me, but I'm quite obsessed with water.
Ah, okay. With water, like in all sorts of meaning, like
the consciousness of water and all that's being discovered about water at this time on the earth.
So what is some amazing fact about water you would like to share? Maybe we don't know yet.
I think so many people know this, but maybe they don't. Well, just how the water responds to every thought that you put into it. So if you're holding a glass of water, and this is the work that Dr. Emoto began many years ago, a Japanese doctor, and it's being carried forwards by many other people now. There's a man in England called Dr. Alex Ling. There's another woman whose name's gone out of my head, but they're really exploring the consciousness of water and calling it God consciousness. And I've been working with water, called World Water. I was initiated as a water bearer many years ago, and so I've been collecting water from hundreds and hundreds of sacred sites, holy wells all over the world. So it holds the memory and the consciousness of those places, and I use that water in aura sprays that I make. But I also have a practice with the water that I drink, so I won't drink the tap water. Spring water is good. I'm so happy the place I'm staying in here has got a well over the road, so I've been getting my water from the well and then charging it up with this little
some crystals or
not crystals, no. The crystals are great, and at home I have crystals and things, but I've also been given a lovely tool by a man here at the gathering, and you just place the water on it, and it activates the water into a higher vibration. It goes back to like the original frequency of water, which is water actually comes down from the stars. It comes from other planets, and so it's really high vibrational water that it's encoding every single molecule of the water with that vibration. So and
also the Healing Festival is this year happening surrounded by these two big ponds, right?
Yes.
So maybe it's something you also felt during your presence here.
Yes, yes, it's lovely. Lovely to have water here. Yeah.
I have a question how you address skepticism or some misunderstandings, misconceptions people have about your approach, your work, or maybe even about your personality.
I am very I don't know how to answer that really. I would just let people have their own opinion. If someone's skeptical, that's okay. It's healthy. They might. I don't come across that very often, so it's an interesting question for me to ponder, because maybe people think that, but they don't usually come up and say, I think what you're doing is a load of rubbish, Urtema.
Yeah, and maybe it's also like what creates our group of people, right? What we attract somehow to our lives.
Yeah, I think usually it's like a vibrational magnetism that you attract people who are in the same frequency as you, that are going to understand or wanting to step into that frequency so that they and wanting to know more. You know, people now are really hungry for more for more information, for more understanding, for more inner standing, and for remembering. They want to remember more about who they really are. And it's amazing to be alive on the earth right now and to witness this transformation.
Let's wish for a better future, let's say, or a gentle, soft and prosperous future for us.
Absolutely.
Is there something you would like to wish for upcoming years of the Healing Festival?
Yes, for it to prosper and continue in this beautiful energy, because it's so lovely here, and to continue attracting really beautiful people, because I've met so many lovely people, and I'm just enjoying every moment of it. I really am. That's
so
not just for
to
the
hear
camera.
that.
That's
Yes.
not just for the camera. That's from my from my heart.
Yeah.
Yes, it's beautiful.
We are very happy that you have these feelings and that you are here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time and your wise words.
Thank you so
Urtema.
much.
Thank
Thank you.